Anybody want to go astro traveling?
Oh, wow. Sounds exciting.
I used to do that.
Is that right?
Oh, yeah.
If you've ever wondered what happened to the true artists, those that don't aim for money or fame, but purely enjoy the act of making something artistic, look no further than the one and only Tonetta. Born Anthony Tony Jeffrey in Cabbagetown, Toronto, Canada, Tonetta picked up the guitar at a very young age, and also at a very young age, deciding to leave school and going into a trade school to learn how to work upholstery and fix furniture, to help his mother and then eventually his wife and kids. Tonetta just really enjoyed playing music and jamming, but someone who did not enjoy this was his wife. His wife would even filed for divorce in 1983, also taking custody of both of his kids, which affected Tonetta really, really hard.
They're my kids, David and Christopher. That's the last time I saw them, 8 and 10 years old. They're up on the wall somewhere. There it is. Fuck, my wife fucked everything up. She fucked everything up, that bitch. There she is there, little c***.
The divorce and the loss of both of his children seemed to hit Tonetta very, very hard, causing him to dive deep into alcohol and also having a bit of a nervous breakdown.
You know, I basically had a nervous breakdown. I lost whatever I had. The wife, the kids, the house, you know, I had everything. And I lost everything. That's basically, you know, then you go into, I went deep into thought, is what you do. So in other words, no matter who talked to me and all that, it didn't matter. I just wasn't, you know, I wasn't in this world anymore. Okay. It took about a year to get over that. And then I started writing.
Tonetta claims to not listen to any new music or have watched any new movies since 1983 because he doesn't want to get influenced unnecessarily, but does draw inspiration from artists such as John Lennon and the Beatles, Elvis, and Michael Jackson. Tonetta would then record his own music using a drum machine and a tape recorder, often choosing to use the same chord structures in many of his songs, just changing up the melody and the lyrics. Now, personally, I enjoy this very much. I feel like he has the structure that he knows so well and just loves to build in that little pocket, and I really, really enjoy listening to what he makes.
And I don't believe in a lot of this fancy music, you know, you got to go into a studio, refine it, you know.
His love songs are the ones that stand out a little bit more, and the ones that he seems to enjoy making more as well.
They're mostly love songs that are my favorites.
Why do you like the love songs the best?
Because they're, I don't know, to me, I've always been in love. Simple as that.
Now that Tonetta was making music, he needed to find ways to spread his music out a little bit more to the masses, handing out his cassette in downtown Toronto. But it wasn't until 2008 when someone suggested he upload his music and music videos to YouTube. The music videos were always a big part with Tonetta as well. He would even rent VHS tapes at a local video store and record at the end and put his music video on, giving the renter a little bit of a surprise. Posting the music videos on YouTube came to be a big success, giving Tonetta a way bigger audience and even giving him a fan base. Two significant things on the internet that would happen that would cause Tonetta to gain more of an audience. The first being an appearance on the formerly popular show Equals 3 hosted by Ray William Johnson. Equals 3 was basically a clip show where Ray William Johnson would show clips throughout the internet, poking fun and making jokes. Personally, I'm not a big fan of what he had to say about Tonetta, but his audience was very big at the time and gave a lot of people their first introduction to Tonetta.
Alright, are you ready for this? This is probably the best video I've ever seen. Like, ever in my life. No, seriously, you guys are gonna love it. Check it out.
I can't wait to put it in my mouth.
Oh, now that appears to be some sort of like weird performance art, and Buffalo Bill there apparently has a YouTube channel full of.
Yeah, so the rest of the video, he just kind of goes off in that kind of direction with kind of making fun of Tonetta, which I don't really like. So, you know, let's take a look at some of the music that Ray William Johnson makes. And The other would be a positive review from the internet's busiest music nerd, Anthony Fantano.
If you search the name Tonetta on YouTube, you will get tons upon tons of videos featuring Speedos, cloth backgrounds, and lyrics about every type of sex you can imagine. Tonetta is very DIY, seems to be very prolific, and doesn't really hold issue with recycling melodies, recycling lyrical ideas, recycling song concepts over and over and over for the sake of just putting out more stuff. So don't be surprised if over the course of this album you catch a few hints of deja vu. However, if I could take my all-time favorite Tonetta songs and put them on an album, swap out the tracks on here I didn't like and just kind of make my favorite Tonetta mix, I would score it way, 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 way higher.
Tonetta is a DIY artist, meaning every aspect of the music is made by him. All the songs, music videos, outfits for music videos, and the outfits and the music videos are what made him a little bit more iconic. Sometimes sporting a fashionable vest, sometimes just a regular shirt. Other times he'd be a little bit more provocative and just wear a shirt with a little bit of a slit. And other times he would just go basically naked wearing a thong with a mask, like in the music video for Pressure Zone.
Here's some more masks I made. This one here, this one here, this one here, and this one here, and even this one. These are still available. I sold a lot of them, by the way. This is the main one I do a lot of my videos with.
Tonetta keeps it pretty simple when it comes to making his music videos.
When I pull this, I pull this right over to the end. That light is off over there. I leave that on. I go over here. This is the Canon camera I use. The lights, turn them on. Everything's focused there. All these things, I find umbrellas broken in the garbage, so I take the metal away. I cut off the top of it, and I just make my little dress for YouTube. That, here they are. This is them. They're all umbrellas. People say, where do you get all your clothes? Well, I find them on the street, basically.
Now, I've mentioned before that a lot of his songs use simple chord progression, as well as repeating some of the melodies, which you would think would be a little bit repetitive, but just shines with Tonetta's way of music. And what really stands out is his personality with his songs, such as Yummy Yummy Pizza, I'm Gonna Marry a Prostitute, and Really, Really Big Cock.
Got a really, 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 really nice cock.
If you're a fan of DIY music and just outsider music in general, I think you're going to love Tonetta's music. He has a huge, wide catalog that you can get yourself into and find endless songs that I think you will love. My personal favorites being Can't Wait to Make Love, Pressure Zone, and A Little at a Time. Tonetta is now in his 70s and is still putting out music on Bandcamp, and a bunch of his work can be found on YouTube. In my opinion, Tonetta deserves a spot in the category of outsider art, alongside artists such as Daniel Johnston and the Shags or even Lil B, for being a huge inspiration on the DIY music scene and a symbol to show you to never quit on your dreams and make the music that you love.
Do you think there'll come a day when what you do is
Acceptable? For sure. I'm probably going to start it. I'll probably begin it. All you need is people doing what I'm doing, following me. And then it's got to be accepted.
Honey, when are you gonna be on mine? Honey, when are you gonna be on mine?